Okay, so we're going to get ready to do your Ap1 coursework. So you're going to go to the study directory first of all, first year units, and then into unit 3, and we're looking at learning aim A. So first of all, into there. And the presentation that you'll need is Ap1 presentation. So just be aware that this is the presentation we're going to be using. Secondly, if you go to Google Classroom, you'll find that you have an assignment, Ap1 first submission, keep your coursework here. From that assignment, I'd like you to open up all the documents that are in there. So the first thing you'll find is the assignment brief. So this is basically all the instructions of how to actually complete this first piece of coursework. The second thing you'll find is the template. So this is where you're going to be actually writing your coursework. The next thing you'll find is a checklist. And this is here to help you just check as you write that you're writing all the right things. So you can literally use it as a little tick box as you go through. And lastly, you'll have a link to the deadlines document, which gives you a list of the 3 deadlines for this particular piece of coursework, what's included in those deadlines, and for your group, what day and time you must get that work done by. So the first thing we're going to have a quick look at is the assignment brief, which looks like this. So the scenario that we're working in, and we always work in scenarios for BTECs because it makes it more realistic. So the scenario is quite straightforward. So we are working for the Rushmore and Hart area Chamber of Commerce. So Rushmore and Hart are a local council. And a Chamber of Commerce is a gathering of local business people where they share ideas and they work together to try and improve their businesses. So the members of the Chamber of Commerce are really interested in a better use of social media to promote their businesses. So they've asked you to write a report for them to explain how they could improve their business by using social media. So that's basically what you've been asked to do. So here it says, create a report to deliver to the Chamber of Commerce in which you provide an evaluation of the different ways in which a business can use social media. So that's the scenario you're working in. You're going to write a brief introduction to this, but first of all, we're going to set up your document so you've got all the required headings inside it. So right in here in your assignment brief, you can see it says write a heading in heading style 1, and this is what I'd like you to write. And then underneath that, we're going to write the word introduction, and you're going to apply heading style 2. And if you remember from last lesson, the reason we apply heading styles is so we can create a table of contents. Underneath that heading style 2, you're going to write some more headings. And it says here, use headings for all topics shown below in heading style 2. And the headings are here, so promoting, creating, communicating. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. So here's my demonstration. So don't worry about all the text in there. I've just started to write a bit of coursework. So here's my first heading, which is Ap1, explain the different ways in which a business can use social media. And that is heading style 1. So if we look back at the assignment brief, it says, write that in heading style 1, which is what I've done there. Then I've written the word introduction, and as you can see, it's heading style 2. And my first heading is here, heading style 2. And then all the other headings, which are listed here, bang, 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 all of those up till number 9 are going into my coursework document. I'm writing each one, then applying a heading style 2 to each one. Finally, you have the bibliography. And it says here, bibliography, heading style 1. So I've put it in a heading style 1. Then when I've gone to my table of contents, all those headings are then shown neatly. So that's kind of the setup of your document. Then you're going to write the introduction. So reading the assignment brief, here's the bit about introduction. So it says, write an introduction to the task, around 200 to 250 words in sensible paragraphs. And these are the things you need to explain. Explain that you're creating a report for Rushmore and Hart and explain why. So you could start this introduction with, I have been asked to write a report to help my local Chamber of Commerce to use social media more effectively, or something like that. In your introduction, you're also going to include this, an explanation of what social media is. And this point, you might want to use a quote, in which case you must Harvard reference it. A very brief history of social media. So you could go back to the document that you created last week, which was the evolution of social media, to get a few key points in there. And then an explanation of why social media is important in business. And again, we did a piece of work last week in which we would have put something like that in. So you're going to form a simple introduction, 200 to 250 words, and you're going to write that in your introduction bit, which is here. And I've just started mine. I haven't finished that yet. So that's your first job, to write the introduction following the 4 bullet points in your assignment brief.